Alright, we're spending the first night on the boat. Me and the kids. What do you guys think?
I think good. Pretty good.
Yep. Right now, where are we sailing?
Nowhere.
No, we're just in the backyard, but we're just going to test it out, give it a trial.
We're sailing in the middle of nowhere.
Sailing in the middle of the backyard. Just kind of giving it a trial run. We thought it would be nice to kind of camp out here and spend the night in the boat. Weather's finally nice, so we're going to see how we fare. Spending the night in the boat, we're going to make some dinner. We're gonna watch a show maybe, play some games.
On the Nintendo.
We're gonna make some s'mores, I think. Yeah. I got stuff to make s'mores. And then tomorrow morning maybe we'll even make some breakfast. Some eggs and toast.
Dad, how to make the
Alright, well, let's see how this goes.
Dad,
what are you guys doing right now?
We're making our bed. Well, I'm making.
Give everybody a tour of what's going on in your bedroom.
Okay. So we're making our bed right now. It's pretty dark, so we're turning on the light. I didn't notice that there was a piece of wood. Put your hand out of it. Have our sheet, what we're making, and then we have the rest of the blankets over there, and then I have my tiger also. There's my sheets, and there's my tiger, hello. And yeah, tiger pillow. Dad, here.
I don't know. Yeah. Let me give you a tour of my bedroom. Yeah, my bedroom. AKA Pizza Oven Burn. Alright, it's officially a party in here. We got our glow sticks. And right now we got the propane going. Trying to boil some water. Alright, can we turn the lights back on here?
And if you didn't see us, whoop-ha!
Oh! Alright, we're going to boil some water. For dinner, we're going to have some spaghetti with pasta sauce. And we might even try to fry some chicken nuggets.
And that's what.
And meatballs.
And that's what we're eating. We will be watching. We want party in the elevator. I need both.
Alright, me and Abby are we're roasting marshmallows for some s'mores. Logan conked out already. He couldn't make it. He's not as big of a party animal as he thought he was.
Thought we were going to do like a bunch of games or something, but...
Using spaghetti noodles because we forgot our sticks. Well, almost lit Abigail's hair on fire.
Daddy!
But I think it's time to make my s'mores, so I gotta stop vlogging. asleep. Somehow I stubbed my toe, and I was bleeding all over the place. And there's no first aid kit out here yet, so I had to bandage it up with some paper towels. But I think we're good to go. Anyways, it's past my bedtime too, so let's see how the first night sleeping on the sailboat goes in the backyard. Alright, we survived our first night on the boat. A little bit chilly this morning, a little bit rainy, but we all managed to stay dry. Kids are still in their bunk playing some games. I think now it's time to try to make some coffee. I'm tired of peeing in that little bathroom. Alright, pretty good breakfast here. Got some eggs, sausage, toast. Abby's got her breakfast over there somewhere. We're watching a little Hulu. And I think Logan gave up. He went inside. He said he was going to go get a change of clothes and he never came back. Just not cut out for the sailing in the backyard. Alright guys, that is going to do it. First night on the boat in the books. Granted, we were only in the backyard, not actually out in the water, but hey, it was still fun nonetheless to spend the night on the boat with the kids. We had a good time testing everything out and making some food and that kind of good stuff. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up down below, like the video, and share it, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think and everything. And without further ado, let's get to today's Patron Crew question of the day. Today's Patron Crew question of the day comes from Orville. Orville asks, you got the sailboat about where you wanted it and got sailing. Are you going to sell the motorboat now? Well, Orville, for those of you who don't know, I do have another boat. It is a 18-foot cuddy cabin, walk-around cuddy cabin, with a 150 horsepower Mercury saltwater edition outboard on it. We have an absolute blast on that boat, and that's really kind of the boat that got me started into the more boating scene, and not just the little fishing boat that I had before that. Now to answer your question, Orville, no, at least not right now. So the thing is, I see sailboats and I see motorboats in completely different lights. I'm not one of those sailboat purists out there like I know a lot of people are. They just can't stand motorboats for some reason, but I happen to love them still. I still love motorboats just as much as I love sailboats. And it's just a completely different kind of thing, you know what I mean? It's like apples and oranges. Like the sailboat is got one feel to it, one, you know, kind of, you know, it's a completely different genre. The sailboat's more like going out, kind of adventuring, relaxing, that kind of thing. There's a certain romance and nuance about sailing a boat and you know, doing all the different things that you got to do to get the boat to function the way it needs to function. There's something about it where, you know, you're not using any power other than natural power. You're using the wind that's naturally there to get you from one point to another. That's really cool about it. Motorboats, on the other hand, that's more of like a raw power kind of thing. It's also, I love fishing. I'm a huge fisherman, so that boat is really rigged up to be a good fishing boat. It's a good family fun boat. Like, we can go out on the water, you know, kind of rip around the lake a little bit, pull the kids around on the tube, that kind of thing. Kids love being on the tube. The kids love going fast, that sort of thing. So it's just two different things, and I love both things. I don't want to choose one over the other because I like doing both so much. With that being said, and there's, again, a lot of people just do not like this answer. This boat that I'm on right now, the Sailboat, is a Macgregor 26D. It is considered a McGregor, a classic 26 is what they call it. There's two, so basically there's four 26 models that McGregor came out with: 26D, 26S, 26X, and 26M. The 26D and S are both considered quote-unquote classic McGregors. They're a more traditional sailboat. After the S came the X, and with the 26X is when McGregor decided to create a hybrid sailboat that had a planing hull and a more powerful outboard on the back. So their goal was to basically combine the best of both worlds from a powerboat and a sailboat and make, you know, this hybrid model that was both a sailboat. When you had the sails up and everything like that, it could sail. And if you didn't want to be sailing, you could take the sails down or even the mast off if you wanted to, and you could fire up your 50 horsepower outboard, which is actually still kind of small, but I think there are people who put bigger ones on there. Anyways, I'm starting to digress. Back to the core of the subject here. You could fire up your outboard and you could get the boat up on plane, and you could, I think, top out around 20 miles an hour in a sailboat. So a lot of people see that and they can't stand it because A, they can't stand motorboats. B, in order to accomplish that, you have to change the hull design of the boat. So on the X and the M, the hull is a more planing hull and less displacement hull, which will affect sailing a lot. So a lot of people say the X and the M do not sail as good as the S and D. Also being said, there is still a little bit of a displacement hull shape in the hull. So from a motorboat aspect, the hull doesn't plane as well and kind of, you know, function as good as a traditional planing hull motorboat would. So basically, by combining the two sailboats, it's not a very good motorboat and it's not a very good sailboat, but it is both a motorboat and a sailboat all in one. So you kind of get into this gray water where you ask yourself if it's worth it or not worth it. So here comes another big ass freaking truck. Really hard to vlog when you live on a main road. So anyways, to answer your question, Motorboat, that's kind of where I'm at. I am not selling my motorboat right now because I love it way too much. However, I have toyed around with the idea of selling it and Miss Freestyle both and getting either a McGregor X or a 26X or a 26M, because of the fact I would have the best, I shouldn't really say the best of both worlds, but I would have both worlds in one boat. I would have a motorboat and a sailboat both in one boat, and it would just be easier to store because my backyard right now is full of freaking boats. Cheaper to register because you're only registering one boat and one trailer. Easier to maintain because then you're only maintaining one boat, winterizing one motor, and all that other stuff. So the idea of having both a motorboat and a sailboat combined into one boat is actually a really appealing concept to me. So that is the one thing in the future that might happen. I'm still just undecided about that because I do love this other boat a lot. You know, great fishing boat and that kind of stuff. And 150 horsepower versus 50 horsepower, so it's like, I'm really torn. So that's the only way that I would sell that boat at this point. Eventually, we're talking way in the future, once the kids are, you know, out of the house and that kind of stuff, or maybe even a little bit sooner than that, we could upgrade to a bigger sailboat if we really start liking it, at which point maybe we do get rid of the boats and just go with a sailboat. But we gotta figure all that out. But there you have it, Orville. That's your long-winded 8-minute and 34-second answer for you. Sorry that took so long to answer, but it was kind of a complicated question, all right? It seems like a simple question, but there's a lot of moving parts to that question. So I hope I answered that question good for you, Orville, and thank you, Orville, for being a patron all this time, and thank you, everybody else, for becoming a patron. And if anybody out there is interested in becoming a patron, hop over to the Patreon page and check it out, all right? All right, now it is time for the Facebook fan photo of the day. Today's Facebook fan photo of the day comes from Chris Knapp. Chris Knapp stopped by the Facebook page and he shared a photo of his Chrysler 26 sailing on a lake just outside Columbus, Ohio. And man, that is a sharp looking sailboat you got there, Chris. Chris races every Wednesday, I think he said. And I think you can kind of tell. I mean, if you look at Chris's photo and you look at those sails and how they're trimmed, I think Chris knows what he's doing, because that is a beautifully trimmed sailboat, just kind of heeling just a little bit and making it look all nice and pretty. Yeah, that's a photo you can look at all day long. All right, Chris, thank you for stopping by that Facebook page and sharing your photo. Everybody else, make sure you stop over the Facebook page, become a fan, share your photos, sign in. I got a post pinned up at the top of that page that you can just leave a comment, leave a photo, and just check in. Let us know how you're doing, what you got going on. Share photos of your boats, share photos of your projects, and just be a part of that community over there. Just be a part of that community over there. All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up for this episode. Once again, thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please give it a like down below, share it, and if you've been finding, you know, these videos entertaining and all that kind of stuff, check out the different ways you can support the channel, either by becoming a patron, checking out the Amazon wish list, just liking, just sharing, and just leaving comments, especially the sharing. If you got anybody you know that would appreciate these videos and be entertained by them, share them. Sharing is caring. I love you guys.
Hey guys, one more quick shout out I want to make is to people who've been checking out the Amazon wish list, like Chase Mixon, who donated this butyl sealing tape, and somebody who remains unnamed, I don't know who it is, but they donated this awesome book, The Coast of Summer by Anthony Bailey. Looks like an awesome read, so thank you guys very much. Also, check out these new t-shirts I've been designing. Some line drawing t-shirts, not just McGregor's, but every t-shirt. So yeah, link in the description. Check them out! Hey guys, if you've been enjoying the Sailing Freestyle channel, please consider becoming a patron by checking out the Patreon page through the links below in the description. Something as little as $1 a month really goes a long way in supporting the channel. And to all my current patrons, thank you guys very, very much. You guys are all awesome.